December 7th, 1941, a date that would echo through history and change the course of the 20th century. To understand the attack on Pearl Harbor, we need to step back and examine the tensions between Japan and the United States in the years leading up to 1941. In the 1930s, Japan was expanding aggressively across Asia, aiming to establish itself as a dominant power. But as Japan's empire grew, the United States, which had economic interests in the Pacific, grew concerned. In response, the United States imposed economic sanctions on Japan, including an oil embargo that left Japan scrambling for resources to fuel its war efforts. Rather than backing down, Japan's military leaders saw war as inevitable. They devised a plan to neutralize the U.S. Pacific Fleet by launching a surprise attack on its naval base in Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. The morning of December 7th was just like any other for the sailors stationed at Pearl Harbor. Unaware of the impending attack, many were still asleep as the sun rose. But at precisely 7:48 a.m., everything changed. Over 350 Japanese planes, launched from 6 aircraft carriers stationed 230 miles north of Oahu, began their descent upon Pearl Harbor. The attack came in 2 waves, each one inflicting catastrophic damage. The Japanese bombers targeted battleships, airfields, and facilities across the harbor, aiming to cripple the American fleet before it could even respond. The USS Arizona was hit within minutes, with a bomb igniting her ammunition magazine, causing a massive explosion. Over 1,000 crewmen went down with the ship, turning it into a watery grave. The USS Oklahoma, hit by multiple torpedoes, capsized completely, trapping hundreds of men below deck. Altogether, 8 battleships were damaged or destroyed. The Japanese pilots also targeted the airfields, destroying over 180 aircraft on the ground, further crippling any hope of an immediate American counterattack. By the time the Japanese planes left, Pearl Harbor was in ruins. Over 2,400 Americans had lost their lives, including sailors, soldiers, and civilians. The very next day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed Congress, delivering his now famous Day of Infamy speech. On December 8th, the United States declared war on Japan, marking its entry into World War II and forever altering the trajectory of the conflict. Over the next 4 years, America would mobilize a military force like never before, engaging in brutal battles across the Pacific, from Iwo Jima to Okinawa. Though decades have passed, the echoes of that morning still resonate, reminding us of the enduring impact of December 7th, 1941. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and join us for more deep dives into history.